Now, I wanted to share something with you about the Uvalde incident that I don't think anyone else has talked about. So I'm going to show you a news clip from the year 2018.
Our top story, 19 years after the mass shooting at Columbine High School in Colorado. Police stop an attempted copycat attack west of San Antonio. 2 Uvalde teens are in custody tonight. Police say they plan to attack Morales Middle School.
Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos traveled to Uvalde, where he uncovered the disturbing details of this student's plot.
2 Uvalde middle schoolers, just ages 13 and 14 years old, at the center of this investigation tonight after police say they just recently searched how to make explosives that they were going to use during the attack, and then they were going to start killing students from a hit list they reportedly had. Police say the planned mass casualty attack was going to happen to students on the anniversary of the Columbine massacre. But one of the students encouraged the other to do it this year at Morales Junior High. Police say the 2 middle schoolers were doing their homework on how they wanted to carry out the attack. One of the students reportedly had numerous drawings and writings that showed weapons causing mass destruction. One even reportedly had an academic analysis from the Columbine shooter's journal. He wrote about being godlike and killing police and other persons.
Yeah, it was scary.
Shaylin Walton has a 7th grader who goes to the middle school. She says she was shocked when her daughter told her the news.
We hear it everywhere else, but you don't expect for it to happen in your town.
The Texas Rangers joined in the investigation and found that 2 students had looked up the tactics used in Columbine. Investigators say they were going to start the attack by detonating IEDs, then kill as many students possible before taking their own lives.
I'm thankful. I'm glad that they were able to control the situation before anything does happen.
Police say that the students used their school-issue iPads to talk about the attacks. The 2 were arrested on conspiracy to commit murder. They are currently in a juvenile justice center. Also, the school district did notify parents by sending out a letter. Reporting from Uvalde, Henry Ramos, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
So as I mentioned, that news clip was from 2018. The 2 boys, they didn't talk about their names because they were minors at the time, and they were only 13 and 14 years old. There's 2 things that weren't even mentioned that were actually mentioned on the actual news website in a text format. They didn't put it in the video, but check this out. Now, this is all from 2018. Uvalde CISD issued a statement on Thursday. Our school district is committed to the safety and education of all of our students, and we want to clearly communicate about safety issues when they arise. One of our Morales Junior High students was experiencing crisis. Upon rendering aid and support, the student revealed a plan to conduct a school shooting in the year of 2022. With the type of detailed information that was revealed by the student, law enforcement, and confirmed in their investigation, the student has been arrested and will not be returning to our school. Our school district has a strong partnership with a local law enforcement agencies, yada, yada, yada. I've actually been to Uvalde, Texas about 4 times. If you've ever seen any of my previous videos where I filmed drive tanks or where I filmed the giraffes and stuff, that's all in Uvalde, Texas, or just outside of Uvalde. It's a very, very small town. So here's a few things that stick out to me about this. There was 2 middle schoolers. One was age 13, one was age 14. In 2018, they were arrested because they were planning to use IEDs on the anniversary of Columbine. But then they were later again arrested because they had a detailed plan to conduct a shooting in the year 2022. Now this year, in 2022, exactly 4 years later, the student who committed the atrocity was 18 years old. How old would he have been in 2018? Now, I'm not saying that he is the same person as these 2, but what I am suggesting is he's probably friends with them and he just wasn't caught. Moreover on that, something else that has popped up on my radar. At first, I didn't know if it was fake news or not, but I started investigating it and actually found it on the Uvalde School District's website, is they are part of a program called Social Sentinel, which is essentially a complex artificial intelligence that they use to monitor all their students' social media posts. And supposedly it's so advanced that it can sense intent
without specific keywords and without specific hashtags.
It's the newest tool in stopping violence before it even starts. 9 on Your Side's Tom McKee is asking questions about this new partnership that sorts through 1 billion social media posts each day.
When students in King's schools left class for the day Thursday, it's likely many of them went straight to their phones to tap out messages on social media. However, if anything posted publicly seemed to be a threat, Social Sentinel was ready to catch it and alert the district. The contract with Social Sentinel is a direct result of the Parkland, Florida school shooting. Warren County superintendents met to try to find an extra layer of safety somewhere. Tom Isaacs heads the Educational Service Center.
It is geocaching a geographic area for a school district.
And strangely enough, obviously it didn't work because the Uvalde kid decided to make a post on Facebook multiple times. I mean, he even posted days or weeks before this ever occurred about him getting these guns, yada, yada, what have you. Now, there's other things that don't make sense about this case. Obviously, where did he get the money to buy such expensive gear? Why did the police officer sit outside for 45 minutes and not do anything?